So please welcome Tyson McCoy to the microphone.
Thank you, Senator Grove, and thank you everyone who spoke. I want to tell you who my heroes are. They are the people here leading the fight. We are still fighting modern-day slavery. We're fighting against the exploitation of children. You have to ask yourself, those who are sexually abused the most, why the law treats them the least. Why is the single rape of one person a felony, but the 1,000 rapes of a 14-year-old a misdemeanor? Why is it okay for a child to be picked up 10 times a night by strangers and raped over and over and over a misdemeanor, while one person does a single rape and that's a serious felony? There's something majorly wrong. We have to ask ourselves as a society, what is wrong with us as a society if we will not protect our little kids? I want to tell you, people look at me as a prosecutor, and they look at me and they think that I just go to court and all I do is want to put people in prison. I will tell you the other side of the story that people don't talk about in the criminal justice system in the state of California. I sit with victims every day. I sit with mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters who cry, who break down and say, Tyson, why don't they care? Why doesn't anyone care about my little girl or my little boy? I hear from kids that have been in the foster system, like Mr. Harris so eloquently stated, who said, nobody cares about me. Nobody cares. I'm on the street every night being sold to 15 men a night, and nobody cares. I'm sorry, but anyone thinks that a kid who is being sold 10 to 15 times a day that's consensual, needs an education, I would be happy to provide it. I have done hundreds of cases. I have seen kids who are 15 and 16 years old who have been raped 3, 4, 5,000 times before they even can be eligible to drive a car. I want you to understand what these kids tell me when they meet with me. They tell me, Tyson, every time I'm in that hotel room and the trafficker sends a buyer to my hotel room, it's life or death for me. When that door opens, Tyson, I have to read that buyer within a few seconds because it may be my life. I have worked with police who have found buyers showing up who they thought were buying kids with rope, with weapons. This is not consensual. When you go home tonight, when you see your kids, your nieces and your nephews, and they're going to cheer practice, or volleyball practice, or math practice, remember, there are thousands of kids in California who will not go to volleyball. They will not go to cheer. They will not go learn how to be better in school. They will learn how to survive. By the time they are 15, 16, 17 years old, they have been raped thousands of times. So we must ask ourselves as a society within California, are we okay with letting the most vulnerable pay the highest price? So I ask you, in the media, I ask you to tell your friends what one survivor told me. We don't have a voice. We don't have a voice. We need people to stand up and be our voice. And so I'm asking you today to be the voice for the kids in this state who live every day in fear of being raped, not so that they can survive or make their own money, but so they can give it to the trafficker behind the door who takes all of it when they're being trafficked. So I ask you to support SB 1414 and send a loud message. We will no longer be a sanctuary state for child sex trafficking. Thank you.